So good morning. Welcome to beautiful Pensacola Beach. After checking several spots, I finally came across a really nice rack line. There are shells up high. There are shells. Oh, here's a spiny jewel box. There are shells down the middle. They are all over the place. And there's a spot just over here I want to go shell. Like I said, I've been moving around quite a bit, and this is the only spot I found some seashells. There's a calico scallop. Pretty one. Nice. Here's a shark eye. I had to check. It's pretty pale, so I thought it might be a gaudy. Just slowly walk through here. It's nice. The sun's coming up. Had frost on the vehicles this morning. This looks like a prickly cockle. And it's been overcast. That sun feels really nice. There's a broken tulip. Up there. Oh, here we go. A lettered olive, and I see a cone to the right. That's a pretty big olive. Look at that cone just kind of leaning there. I suppose it could come down here. Look at all these tinies. Oh, I bet you there's something nice in there. Well, here, there's a little wormy. It'd be nice to find a winnow trap. Oh, there's another cone. Might have to go set these down. Cone. Juvenile fighting conch. And an auger. So I don't want to walk through this yet because when it dries out, I think we're going to do a little shelling for the tinies. So let me reach out here. An olive. Check, see if anybody's home. And a couple. Well, that one's broken right there. You can still use that in crafts. 2 serifs. And another auger. So I moved back up here. This is where the prizes are. Oh, look at that. 1, 2. Look at the shark eyes. Look at this. That's pretty scallop. Okay, let's grab one more. And then let's check out these eyes. Okay, that one's broken. There's a nice shark eye. And here's another one. Alright, let's peek up ahead. I see a chestnut turban. I see another piece of one. So here's a turban. Another juvenile conch. Alright, let me back up a little. Oh, there's another cone. Let me back up and stretch. Oh, yeah. Alright, so when you find a spot like this, don't just go and walk through it. Try to walk in between the shells. That's a dandy cone. Here's a big old slipper snail. Just sit here and look. Alright, I see one sand dollar out there. And another juvenile fighter here. Just keep studying. And I thought, right before we had that shadow, I saw another keyhole over here. There's that juvenile fighter. Where did that sand dollar go? Okay, here we go. There's a sand dollar. And a scallop. Alright, I have to show you this. I don't see a keyhole, but I see a sand dollar hiding. Why don't you come over here? Alright, so now that you're over here, let's see if I can find that spot. I just saw... Oh, okay, where... I think maybe it was over here. So I was kind of looking like this, but I just saw the edge of a sand dollar peeking out. And that's what happens when you... It happens often when you're filming. You'll see something, and if you don't pick it up, you'll turn your head, and then you think it ran off because you can't find it again. Alright, if you see it before me, comment down below that you found it, because I am still looking. And I don't know. Maybe she did run off. Okay, I'm going to look to the left. I'm going to look over to the right. Oh, here we go. Wow, I wasn't even close. Alright, way over here. Turn. And I'll pause right there. It's about in the center, near that broken, I think that's lettered olive. You can just see, it looks like a wafer right there. Oh, and it was broken. But I want to show you that. When you're shelling, sure, you might find something on top, but if you learn the shapes, the colors, the texture, you'll do way better shelling. Alright, let me turn, because here's one keyhole. It's like a Pac-Man sand dollar. Look at here. There's one. So I think what we should do is leave this alone for a moment, and we definitely haven't shelled its entirety. Pick everything up, go put it back by the backpack, and maybe look around over there. It is so surprising. Okay, I say that a lot. I'm sorry, it's not surprising. That shadow, that person that came by, I mean, I think he picked up, oh, we can't forget these. I see 2 cones. I think he may have been shelling, I mean, you know, casually. There's a cone and a lettered olive. But he definitely didn't stop here. And then that other cone. Like I said, I don't want to walk through here. Let me just reach out there. There we go. I thought I saw those bands. See that? Sozin's cone. And there. Lettered olive. So these shells, I can just put in my back pocket, and the sand dollars will carry. Alright, we have all the shells picked up. Grab the sand dollars. Let's go put these by the backpack. Alright, one last peek. There's the key. Oh, here we go. There's 50 cents. And Here's a whole one. It is so awesome that I found this spot. You know, that just proves never give up. Keep driving, go to the next spot. If you don't see any shells, go to the next one, because I hadn't been to this spot, oh boy, in months, and I thought, well, let's go somewhere new. And I walked, I don't know, maybe half a mile, and there were some sand dollars and seashells. All right, look at here. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty rough. Beautiful scallop. And I definitely haven't exhausted this spot. You can see the different lines. I just want to stay in between so I don't kick up all the shells. So I'll walk down here, walk there, walk there. Let's go set this down. Put it right on top. There's another juvenile. Juvenile fighting conch. Oh, wait till you see this. Alright, let me... Fighting conch by it. Alright, here's the fighting conch I set down. And you see the keyhole? Pretty sure that one's going to be whole. There's a little sand dollar. Alright, let's go check out that other spot. That spot where we found those olives, that's about... That fighter's broken. It's about 50 yards from the backpack. There's a big calico scallop. Alright, here we are, we're back. There's the 75-cent piece. And big olive. There's a 50-cent piece. Slipper snail. You know, I saw that and I was thinking, I haven't seen a flat yet. There's another juvenile Florida fighting conch. Now I'm really going to be looking for a flat. So I think this is getting a little drier. Let's peek one more time. There's a jackknife. Just peek. And let's go back up by the backpack. Alright. Okay, we're getting close. Just a few more steps. Alright, let's go through here and see what we can find. Start high, zigzag back and forth, and make our way back down to the Gulf. So we have a cockle shell and a couple scallops. There's another pretty scallop. That one I know is not whole. That was a piece of a bonnet. Here's another piece. Right there. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Oh, nice. Look at that gorgeous sundial. All right, let me pause here and get a couple photos. There. Let me turn over here. And right there. So if you've been a subscriber for a while, yeah, I paused and I got more than just one or two photos. I mean, look at that sundial. Ain't she pretty? The sun hitting her. That is pretty awesome. So some people are walking by and they're probably like, what is he doing over there talking to himself? And I gotta move because you probably saw in the frame that lightning whelk. It's a pretty nice one. I'd say that's either the biggest one we found today or the second biggest. That's a pretty good one. Okay, again, we're shelling through here, and then I'll turn and shell through the middle. So I turn around, and instead of having my shadow go across these shells, I'm going to stay up high, put my back to the dunes. There's a pretty big slipper snail. And then we'll shell the middle here. It's pretty light here though. Let me step up over. Let's look. Not too heavy, so when I'm standing, I can just about pick everything out. Alright, so let me set these down. Where'd the orange one go? We had that right on top. Well, the wind must have blown it down. So I always tell people, when you're shelling, watch what everyone else is doing. Because there have been several people that have come by, but they're walking really fast. They're just getting their steps in. I mean, I see them pick up a couple shells here and there, but they're not just looking for the keyhole. They're just walking along and enjoying a winter on the beach. Calico scallop. And I was kind of guessing no one would be home. Little shark eye. Usually, here we go, here's another lightning whelk. Usually if you see a Paul Newman shark eye, that's one to check. The darker ones often are occupied. Oh, come over here. There's a little chip in this one. A cool pattern. The way the edges are rounded. So even though I think I've done a pretty good job checking each of the rack lines, it would not surprise me at all if I spent another half an hour looking and found a bonnet or something else. Well, I really want to go micro shelling, so I'm going to set these down. Let's go through some of these shells. Calico scallop, prickly cockle. Like I've said several times, I have walked miles and miles today, and this has been the best spot by far, hands down. That was lettered olive. Anywhere on the beach. And I found it all because I persevered, kept looking, thought, let's try just one more spot. Pennsylvania lucine. Let's see. There's a Murex. What's this one? Calico scallop. And then, Crafty Mama needed some tinies, so I got a couple handfuls for her. And a lightning whelk. And a whole bunch of sand dollars. Alright, so I had to stand up and stretch. Let me show you that sundial again. And that's an amazing find. Not because it's a sundial, which is pretty awesome, but because, let me turn. That was found near the end. I had started shelling here, had gone over to the micro spot, and then, you know, made little paths all in between, and we found it up high. Also found a bonnet up there. Pretty cool. So if you're like me and you love shelling, if you haven't already subscribed, you can click that Genonia right there. And if you're not too cold and you want to keep shelling, right there is YouTube's next choice for a video to keep shelling. Thank you for coming out, and I'll see you back out on the beach.